Finally. Shalom, Hebrews and Shebrews. I'd like to give all honor and praise, of course, to the Elohim, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And name his son, Jesus Christ, our Mashiach. It's your brother, Mikael, in Israel, coming at you with another bruise and the hizud. Yeah, my bad, y'all, if y'all see me trying to go live earlier. But, man, my computer been bogus, Joe. My laptop been bogus. I tried to get it fixed. Thought that would have did the job, but it's been crashing. I think I think it's been had viruses on it, man, for probably like the last couple of months. So it's at the point now where it's even crashing if I try to like open up another window. So I was trying to open another window, to play the Bruise in the Hood intro. But this little video I'm about to holler at y'all about real quick. But as soon as I did that, it crashed. I'm like, man, I started to just say, man, I'll wait, do a video tomorrow. But nope, I kind of got to say this. And normally I would be at the house already because I'm trying to go get my couple of laps in and then relax at the park, play my little old Switch, my little old Nintendo Switch. That's what I do sometimes when I ain't reading. I done got back into the games. I ain't hardcore like I used to be now. I ain't finna do no 3-4 hours on no Modern Warfare. But, trying to get back in it a little bit. And so, yeah, I was just watching this video earlier, as you can see in the title. I got the brother Donte Forston name in there, and the apologist cat, Eric Mason. And so for those of you, I can't see y'all in the chat either. I don't know why y'all not popping up right here. But like I told y'all, it's crashing. So I can't open up another window and look through the YouTube, through the eyes that y'all see, because it's going to crash. So I'm scared to even open up another window. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that's going to work out. Hopefully y'all pop up right here in my studio chat. But if not, hey, y'all hear what I'm saying. And so, yeah, I was just getting ready to go out the door. And I had YouTube playing. And then I seen that, I'm trying to think, was he live or was this might be pre-recorded? But I seen it pop up on my stream and on YouTube. So I clicked on it. It was one of brother Donte Forston's videos. He was talking about Eric Mason. Now, this one of the apologists. He a New Jack, though. And it's he say he not. I mean, he a New Jack to me. He said he been doing the urban apologist stuff. This Eric Mason since '94. That's what he say. So, I don't know if I ain't gonna say the man lying. He probably telling the truth. Like you say, we was doing debates and stuff before the internet. So, he might be true. But what I do know is he wasn't debating no Hebrew Israelites. He wasn't defending against no Hebrew Israelites. He's a novice. He didn't know anything about them. I remember when I first seen him, as far as when I first called in to him, it was probably a year or two ago. And I seen, matter of fact, it was last year. And I seen Sakari chop that man up so bad, just embarrassed him out on the street. This dude didn't know nothing. And so what happened was he wound up linking up, to my belief and what I seen, with them apologist cats, the other apologist cats, Vocab Malone and all them, the cats we was banging with for years. So that's what I want to come to right here, right? And so I'm checking out the brother Donte Forston video, and I want to say to brother Donte Forston, if you see this, I got to say I apologize to you. You blocked me on Facebook, Hebrews Hood. Because at the time, I think we was actually arguing with some apologists. Somehow something came up, and you was my Facebook friend, but I think I misread what you said, and I kind of responded like, he hating on Hebrews or something like that. And then you said something like, well, don't watch. I don't know what that was about, but I guess he didn't think I knew who he was. So he put up a video, some of his work. He made good videos and stuff. And he was like, I guess he was like, don't watch my video or something like that. And then he just blocked me. I'm like, what the hell was that? When I went back and read the dialogue, I say I was kind of out of order because I assumed he said something he didn't say. But no, I knew who you was, brother. That's the reason I requested you as a friend. I like cats that's putting out their truth and attacking the lies that come against the Bible and Hebrew Israelites and stuff. So, you know, I hope you, you know, unblock me. But if not, it ain't no big thing. But what you're doing right now, I feel you. But I just want to let you know, me and other brothers like me are pioneers at this when it comes to being basically Hebrew Israelite apologists. You know what I'm saying? And so I was peeping the video today, and it was just real funny. I said, oh, here we go again. It's like every year it comes back up. And this is because, what up, Dag? Shalom, Mark. All praise to the Most High. Good. So I can see your chat. I can see your comments. So hopefully I can see anybody else's if they comment. Thanks for that, bro. And so I was watching the video, and, you know, Donte, brother Donte, he was kind of just explaining to his audience, and he was showing the video with brother Berean. And it was brother Berean, who's another apologist that I you know, had a couple of encounters with. Always pleasant, cool brother. Even though he was on the apologist side, he never was like, he just wasn't like them, right? And I think he always knew he was an Israelite or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what they get into with the whole Christian Israelite or Messianic Israelite thing. And the moderates, y'all know that's going to get funny. All y'all that's been following me for years or rolling with me for years, and the other brothers as myself who've been, you know, defending the faith against comedics and apologists and all that type of stuff. Y'all know, far as we know, I came up with the term moderate. Because I saw that, so I got to apologize to to the Hebrew Israelite community, because I mean the other Hebrew Israelites know this. Like even some of the brothers from One West, from the brothers I used to deal with when we was in the Hebrew War Machine, you know, back in the day, they used to kind of laugh at it, like, because I said it one day. It wasn't a term I ever heard outside of politics. I had never heard it applied to Hebrew Israelites. I said it. I believe I was on Debate Talk for You, Sal Showtime show. And this was around the time Vocab and them was trying to make some noise, you know, Vocab Malone and them. I'm gonna get on that subject too, because I know you're gonna watch this too, Vocab. And I ain't gonna take any cheap shots at you. I'm just gonna keep this video real swift and 100. And so I think somewhere in the interview, I don't know if this was around the time that they was dissecting his book. I believe this was right. No, this was before he wrote his book. Barack Obama versus Black Hebrew Israelites, right? I know he hate me mentioning this, but he shouldn't have never put my name in the book. But he put me in his book, Mikael Ben Israel. He called me a something, a fragger snacker or something. I can't remember what it was, but I know it meant kind of like a cat that won't leave stuff alone, antagonizer or something like that. But anyway, it was a compliment. Thank you. And so at the time, you know, I was explaining to them like what was going on in the audience, and I was saying like, I was basically trying to show the different concepts in the Hebrew Israelite community and how there's a misconception when people come trying to investigate so-called Hebrew Israelism. Well, these theological terms is just killing me now. It just crept right on in our community like that folly. But anyway, Hebrew Israelism, I was explaining how you got different sects. See, nobody mentions cultural Israelites because they don't really know about it. Now watch, the Urban Apologist, Vocab, I'm gonna be saying cultural Israelism or something like that. Watch, they be stealing words and then they put them out there and then the words just go everywhere. And you know, now it's a term. So I put blame on me for the moderate Israelite term, because as I was explaining, I was like, you got the moderates, you got the militants, is what I refer to, the brothers that like come out of One West that you see standing outside with the guards on and stuff, because I didn't like the term radical. You know, that was the term that a lot of Israelites within the Israelite community would call these brothers radical Israelites, right? I didn't really like that term. I didn't like how it sounded. It sounded too BIE-ish, you know, black identity extremist. So I said militant. So I was like moderate, militants, and cultural Israelites. And it would be like the brothers, you know, if you coming up out of the Chicago Israelite scene, it would be like the brothers that went to Demona from KOI, used to be KOG, Kingdom Yahweh, used to be Kingdom of God, Ben Aminim camp. You know what I'm saying? I got family over there. Well, so that's what I was explaining. And that dang on word, I don't know how, Vocab them got a hold of it, because I never heard nobody else say it. I could be wrong. He might come out with a video saying, look, somebody said, now remember, this interview had to be in like 2016. It was in 2016 or 17 when I first said that term. I never heard nobody else say it before me. So I got to take some blame for that. I'm going to show y'all this video too, just to give y'all a little receipts on the things that I'm saying, on how far this go back. So you know, yeah, so I'm listening to the video, and the brother Donte Forston is analyzing the video between brother Beran. Shout out to you, brother Beran. That's a cool brother right there. And Dr. Eric Mason, or Pastor Eric Mason, whichever one he, choose to go by. And basically, Eric Mason was saying some things about how the moderates, which is supposed to be us, although people don't know, we've been street preaching since we've been in this thing too. We just never, they still don't take cameras out there when they do it. Everybody know in Chicago, you go right on 95th, IOG always street preached up there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They had tables set up, preaching, doing it, whatever. But Israelites know these things if they've been in it for a while. But the cats that's just catching on to this from the outside, YouTube and all that, they only know certain aspects. So I really don't blame them for their ignorance. But then again, I do, because if they supposed to be scholastic now, the first thing you know is to investigate a matter. Ain't that what the book tells us? Investigate a matter. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be a researcher, research stuff, or you make yourself look stupid. So I'm listening to them, and they talking about the moderates and or Christian Israelites as they was using, and saying that basically how, I don't know, how we mingle our way into Christianity or whatever. So the whole thing was, I'm watching. I only got to, I believe, the 42. Let me see. I wrote some notes down because I ain't gonna be too long. I got to get out here and get my wind built up. 47-minute mark. Once I got to the 47-minute mark, y'all, I couldn't do it no more, because it was funny. We was just talking about this, right? At the 47-minute mark, what did he say? I'm going to cut straight to the chase. I ain't trying to be here all day. At the 47-minute mark, I said this video, Sleep Church, called Eric Mason. Yeah, and if y'all want to see this video I'm talking about, it's on Donte Forston's channel on YouTube. And it's called Sleep Church, The Cult of Eric Mason, Part 1. I love that title. Sleep Church, The Cult of Eric Mason, Part 1. He dissected that joint. I'm going to get back to it because, like I say, I stopped at the 47-minute mark, right? But it was just tripped out. It say, why do you care? Oh, and so the question was, I'm trying to remember if Donte brought this question up. Or at the 47-minute mark, y'all. Now this finna bring it full circle to where I'm at right now, right? Shalom, brother Chemo. Shalom, Talk Truth. What up, Shawnee? I'm good, beloved. Still putting in that work. And so basically, this is funny because I was on a post with Vocab Malone about 4 or 5 days ago, right? Because we were trying to set up our debate. Now, we've already had what you would call a discussion. It wasn't really a debate because it was me and like 3 other brothers from the IOG when he came to Chicago and had a little seminar at a black church. Y'all know I can't stand that because I'm like, he trying to brainwash our people. Like, this ain't his job to do that. And I'm going to keep it real. I don't even know why people be beating around the bush trying to make it seem what it ain't. If that would have been a black man doing it, I still would have been upset, but not as upset, because this not your community. And that leads to why I'm saying with this video. So as I'm watching, like, what do you care what's going on? Like, y'all ain't over here trying to stop gun violence and all that type of stuff, but you want to come in only when black folks say they the true Jews or the Hebrew Israelites, right? Y'all, come on, y'all got to wake up. This ain't about theology. This ain't about the gospel. This ain't about none of that, because we've dealt with them on this. You see what I'm saying? It's all about, and you always hear him say it. Vocab have said it plenty of times, that the common thing or that strong bond that all Hebrew Israelites get, despite our differences, despite our conflicts, is that we are the tribes of Israel. That's he's saying it point blank. That's what their agenda is, to bust up that thought that we are not just, that we not some niggas, we not some coloreds, we not just some Afro-Americans, we not some Americans, we not some Hamites. I said, they tried the Cushite thing. Me and my brothers at Walls Jericho busted that up so bad in 2017, I believe it was, or 18, at the Hard Rock Cafe Hotel in downtown Chicago at our seminar we did. Check that out. It's on my Hebrews in the Hood page. It's old. It's like 2 years ago. We busted that up when they was trying to say we was Cushites. They tried to give us an identity. You know why they tried to do that? Because the video I'm gonna show y'all, just to give y'all some receipts, I had already told them, if y'all gonna take Hebrew Israelite away from us, or being the true Jews away from us, then you got to replace it with something better. See, and they've already admitted that the Sunday church cannot combat this Hebrew Israelite movement that's growing so fast and just taking over, because they do not have the medicine or the answer for the quote unquote Negro's identity crisis. And it's true, they can't. They have no answer. They can't tell us exactly what land of origin we come from. They can't tell us what our exact native tongue was. They can't tell us what our flag was like. They can't tell us what our custom was. Every other nation that came to the United States of America can, but these urban apologists who say that their form of Christianity is better for Black folks cannot replace something as simple, as natural, and /spiritual as who we are, as a God-given right that God gave us. You know why? Because God ain't with them. He revealed all truths. So that should let you know right there, they not working for the Most High. But they can't even tell us who we are. So at this point, they knew it was an L form. So they started trying to come up with, you're Cushites. They try to give us something to be proud of. The Cushites have a great old history, and they have a great history. Go back and even had dynasties and empires and all that. Yeah, yada yada yada. All that sound good. We busted that up so bad at the Unapologetically Israel conference that I was telling y'all about that we did. Y'all check that out too. That's on the Hebrews in the Hood channel. But anyway, so back to my point. So at the 47-minute mark, Eric Dickerson, I'm thinking of the running back. But Eric Mason said out his mouth that urban apologists or urban apologetics deals with the Black community. Now, rewind about a week ago, 4 or 5 days ago, however long it is. If y'all my Facebook friend, Hebrews Hood, y'all know I ain't got my Mikael Ben Israel Facebook page no more. They been shut that down about 3 times. But if y'all go on there and look, y'all gonna see a post and y'all gonna see Cab Malone get on there. That's Vocab Malone. So we going back and forth because we supposed to debate in October, but I just know it ain't gonna happen because he don't want to deal with this subject that I've been wanting to deal with for 4, 5 years, however long it's been. I've been wanting to deal with it. And it's what's the true agenda of the urban apologists. Because it's funny to me that they can say what's the true agenda of the Black Hebrew Israelites, knowing we don't like that term, right? And they always say, well, you Israelites called this, that themselves. Well, it was a lot. Israelites called themselves a lot of stuff. The majority of us did not call ourselves that, right? And let me just go ahead and educate y'all on this too. See, I've been in this thing 25 years. 25 years. About to be 26, going on 26, I believe. At the beginning of this new Greco-Roman year, right? And that goes to show the limited, narrow view and YouTube knowledge that you have concerning Hebrew Israelites, because you're really only focusing on one West Israelites, the branches of Israelites who came out of New York City, founded in 1969. But even they'll tell you it's been Israelite camps around. In Chicago, where I come from, where I got the right to speak on because I've been a part of this culture for a quarter of a century, right? A lot of Israelites, hey man, do you know they taking the garbage out? Go out the back. That's crazy. So and so yeah, Chicago, where I come from, brothers didn't call themselves Black Hebrew Israelites. They called them, not us, but it was certain groups in Chicago that called themselves African Hebrew Israelites. See, y'all don't know this. The whole Ben Ami movement with the Kingdom of Yahweh that went to Demona, Israel and all that. And I think they first started leaving in 68. And that should tell you something, because One West started in 69. This movement with them going to Demona is in 68. So how long you think they was around before that? You see what I'm saying? And so the whole thing, their whole movement is reactionary out of ignorance. They trying to fight the truth and they never will be able to, right? So Eric Mason, when he made that statement out of his mouth, that urban apologists is the sect of Christian apologists that deal with the Black community, meaning urban community, y'all. This is the exact same thing I said to Vocab about 4 or 5 days ago on my post, right? Y'all can go look for yourself. I brought up the fact because I want to debate. I can't remember my exact title. I have to look in the inboxes. Me and him been talking back and forth trying to set this up, right? And I'm trying to debate what is the agenda of the urban apologists, or no, what's better for the Black community, the urban community, the urban apologist movement or the Hebrew Israelite movement? Y'all see that, Israel? Ooh, y'all know he don't want to touch that because y'all know where it's going. Y'all know where it's going. It's going to show not only which one is better for us as a people, right? Not only which one is better, which paradigm is better for us as a people, Hebrew Israelism or these urban apologist movement that's trying to take us back to traditional Christianity, but it's also going to show what the true motives is of each group. And it's going to put it on intelligent, logical thinking Black people to decide which one is better for them, their families, their household, their community, as well as their spirit. You see what I'm saying? It's going to put it on them to decide without all the little slander and all that slanted point of view and all that type of stuff, right? And so when I heard him say that, I had to pause the video, turn it off. I'm like, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna finish watching. So y'all goofs is really cooked. Because like I say, every year this cycle come back up. Some more Israelites find out about these cats. Some new apologists pop up. They find out about Hebrew Israelites. And it's back on and cracking, right? And I'm always down to split they nugget. You know, shout out to my brother Jeremiah Judah too. I'm still waiting on you to give me that rabbi, man, because they getting the smoke right along with him, right? So hopefully me and Vocab would be able to work something out where he agreed to this title, because I'm not moved. I ain't trying to have no more debates about theology with y'all, because to be honest with you, I don't even look at y'all on the same spiritual level or plane as me and my brothers and sisters. I just don't. And I'm not like a lot of, some Israelites. I have no problem with quote unquote natural Gentiles or anything like that want to learn the truth. I have no problem with it. They not my mission. My mission is to go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, the same way Jesus Christ did it when he was here. I go to my people, right? If somebody want to learn, I'm not holding that back from them. But with that being said, I'm gonna slide y'all to the side for a minute. And what I'm trying to tell you is, y'all gig is just all the way up. So you can't play those same games, dancing around, you know. Ain't nobody on that no more. Y'all never been able to really win those type of debates anyway. I don't care how many 26-letter words you push out there that you learned in seminary or theology school or something like that really don't mean nothing but something simple. You know, I'm pretty well read, especially in theology. You know, I just don't feel the need to do all that. It's times it'll come out. But if you talking to a cat, man, and you know Paul talked about that. So next the video, of course, I'm bringing out this book. But this is just a straight up, just real human analyzation of what just went down. So yeah, with that, so yeah, I'm updating y'all on this, man. Let me see. And like I said, this conflict go back to at least 2016, and I'm gonna give y'all the receipt on it right here. But okay, yeah, like I say, I apologize to the brother Derek Mason. I want to do that. Like I said, that was just a misunderstanding on the post. I like the work you're doing. I hope you check out the work we be doing. Also, y'all, if y'all ain't seen From Hebrews to Negroes 2, The Curses, again, you can order it on Vimeo, produced by our beloved brother, Ron Dalton. Did I say Ron Dalton? Yeah, I said it right. Ron Dalton, my brother Ron Dalton. I'm in there on Hebrews the Curses, Hebrews to Negroes 2. You can order it on Vimeo on demand. You can either rent it or you can purchase it, right? It's a series, a docu-series, so it's up in part. You got a lot of brothers in there from all over Israel, even Busy Bone and that, all type of stuff. It was real fun. It was real cool. Something else I was about to say. Oh, okay, let me get back. So, right. So, yeah, I apologize about the model return because I believe they got that from me. Let me see what else I was going to say. History of the Urban Apologist. I kind of went into that. Mason, there's no. Oh, then I'm watching the video. Eric Mason makes a remark that there's no leader for the moderate Israelites, moderate so-called Israelites, which I hate I ever said that because I don't go by that term. That's just show pure ignorance. Like that shows pure ignorance. Because I don't know if he mean like one leader over, like they all just one group. Hell, One West ain't all one group. They all got different generals. You know what I'm saying? Bishops, all kind of stuff. Deacons. You know what I mean? It's the same way in the other side of Israel. You know what I mean? And as well as the cultural side of Israel. You know, even the Tanakh only Israel. So these cats don't know. This thing been around really for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? And they can't stop it because you're fighting against God. Your arms are too short to box against God. We've been saying that forever. Also, mentioned War Machine. Okay, debate. Okay. I mentioned that. Shout out to my nephew, Ron Divine Prospect. That's another cat. He can tell y'all how long we've been giving him that work. I remember he ran up on James White. See, that's where we really all come from. See, a lot of y'all, some of y'all Hebrew Israelite brothers probably just jumping into this with the apologists. I don't know how far back y'all go. But it was with James White now, who is undoubtedly what's the word? A covert racism. A covert racist. That's exactly what he is. He's a covert racist. You know what I mean? That came out. Some of his own apologists, his own people, even started saying it at some point. You know, I had been on it. I was the first Jake, and I don't like saying I'm the first. Like I know some brothers do that. Like, well, but this, I got to take my little. I got to, you know, scratch my back a little bit on some of this because I know the spirit of the Most High was involved, and it's bigger than me because now I see it coming back out again. You know what I'm saying? But I grabbed James White video when he first made some racist remarks. And I made a clip out of it, you know, and slapped some graphics and music on it and everything like that. And Israel was like, damn, this cat, yeah, he racist. Like he was saying, you know, he don't have no pride in his Irish, whatever. And, you know, he ain't had nothing to do with it. So why be so proud of it, whatever. And then the parody with Vocab Malone, slavery in the USA, who you think they got that from? I seen him say that on this video. I knew he was going to try to take it down. I hurry up and clip grab it, Joe. Hey, I used to be quick with the clip grab, Joe. Now I got to download a new one, but I used to be quick. As soon as I seen that, I was like, oh, I knew had nobody really probably seen it yet because I was watching it live, I think. Man, soon as he ended his stream or video or whatever it was, it might have been pre-recorded, but it might have just put it up there. But as soon as I got through watching, I hurry up and clip grab. You know, I slapped some stuff on there. And before I know it, I ain't gonna lie to you, I sent it to every Israelite I could think of with a platform. From one West to back over this way to back over that way. I think I sent it to some Messianic Israelites over in Africa, from over there about in Ghana or something like that. I sent that out quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew these cats was racist, right? It's a sneak little racism. Y'all know that's kind of colored racism that's so sneaky because they'll put, and I already know I can hear vocab crying now, oh, you're slandering, you're calling me racist. I ain't said you was a racist straight out, but what you did was very racist. And they try to make it a parody. Oh, we're talking about One West when they say you're going into slavery. The facts that you have the insensitivity, you know what I'm saying? You that desensitized to even let the term come out your mouth, slavery in the USA. You know what somebody go think if that's just what you call it, if it's a sound bite. And I understand you're supposed to listen to everything in context, like we read everything in context. But the fact that it's coming out your mouth when you making it funny, when you know black people are sensitive about that, shows that you're extremely naive. I could not see you growing up around black people. I heard the little story in Cleveland or wherever it was, and I can't see it. Because I know white boys that grew up in the hood, and certain stuff just ain't gonna come out their mouth. It's like you extremely naive sometimes, right? And so that's basically where I'm at now. It ain't nothing personal. I don't hate these cats, but I hate the lies that they tell it, and I hate how sneaky they do it. And I hate when they sprinkle Negroids in there. See, that's what they do. They sprinkle the Negroids in there. It's no different than when you look at certain aspects of the government, right? When you know there's certain parties, and I'm not going for either party, you know, trying to uplift neither one. But when they have a racist agenda, what's the first thing they do, y'all? They go employ somebody that look like us, and they hire them be like the mouthpiece. You see what I'm saying? You know, the Candace Owens type thing and all that type of stuff. Who at times they'll make good points that you agree with, but if you look, they straight working for them. It's all about them personally. They do not care about the betterment of their people. So they use people that look like us. Them the worst one. They not straight out with the cape on, you know what I'm saying, with the hood on and all that, like stay away from me, niggers, and all that. No, come on over here, niggers, so I could use you. This is no difference than what I see in a lot of these different fractions of these so-called Christian apologists. Real talk. That's why they don't want to sit down with me on a real man-to-man dialogue. Because we finna stop playing the other games. Let's get to the point. Out of all people, why are you not in your own community combating the world church or something, or the creator? I'm talking about these are white Christian groups that are flat out racist. Don't let me get on the internet and start pulling up all these groups who are racist out of Christian groups. Why you don't see vocab them over there? Shouldn't that be their first concern if they such Christians? Oh, and then the other lie is they come at us because we perverted the gospel of Christ, right? If that's the case, half of y'all in those Christian apologist fractions do not agree with each other's doctrine. Y'all don't. Y'all have the replacement theology. I think they try to call it disposition. Let me see, what is it? Oh man, covenant progression or something like that. Man, it's replacement theology, where they're replacing the nation of Israel with the church, which we know is an oxymoron because the church is the nation of Israel. But let's just say they replacing the nation of Israel with the church, right? So what is they doing initially? I mean, if you just look at it, what is they doing? If we're saying we're the Israelites, they saying get y'all black, you know what and what, up out of here. Of course, unless you come under our form of the church, where you a good old boy. You see what I'm saying? Where they pat you on the head again and teach you the perverted form of the gospel or the perverted form of the Bible, right? Which is your history, black man and woman. So it's all crazy. It's like how the Jewish, I say it like that. Y'all know that was a sneeze. How those people took our identity, and then you got some Negroes who start coming into the truth that they might be the true, Israelites, right? And then what they do, they have the Jewish, man, my sinus is this sneeze. You have those people come up and they cuff them up, right? And they put them under Judaism. That's what they do. So they can pat them on their head. Good old boy, don't get out of control. Now you under us. Y'all got to see this, man. This thing is psychological. It's spiritual on another level. It's spiritual. And when you got warriors like myself and other brothers that I know, we ain't going for it. I don't care how many tricks you play, how many books you read, how many books you write. You can't deal with us because the Lord ain't with you. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't given to you, Joe. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? And so I just really want to make this short video. Let me see what else I want to say. Okay. I think, yeah, that's what it's called. I think it's, I forget, whatever. I didn't keep trying to say that. Conclude. Oh, but here's my conclusion to the whole video. Dr. Mason, y'all, excuse me too, I got bad spasms. That's why y'all see me jerking like that. Dr. Mason got, he's a novice. I don't care how many degrees he got. I don't care how many letters and PhDs he got in his name, which he's very decorated when it comes to, you know, the worldly little, you know, accolades that they give you. But he's a novice, not only when it comes to the Hebrew Israelite culture, history, and all of that. He's a novice when it comes to the scriptures. All that early church fathers, you know, they love to run to that. They run to that more than the book. And that's another story because we deal with them, but on a different side, you know, we deal with the original Israelites who were the first Christians or Messianics, man. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a no-win fight for y'all. So hopefully, like I say, I think that's all I want to say. Oh, yeah. Like I was saying, a lot of them are novice when it comes to this. Now, Vocab Malone and them have been doing it a little bit longer than as far as dealing with us than Eric Mason and a couple of other cats I've seen. So they know a little bit more, right? But in the end of the day, I feel sorry for these brothers and these pastors, man, that just keep fighting this because you're not going to win. It's still the fastest growing movement in the Western Hemisphere. People keep trying to ignore that. I'm not making it up. You can just look into it. Look into it. This is the truth. You ain't going to stop it. You see what I'm saying? You fighting against prophecy, man. Y'all just ain't read Isaiah 45. What was Isaiah 45 or 44? He tell you what's going to start happening to the true Israelites. Also, what y'all going to get into, don't start dealing with the dispensationalism because you know what they're going to start doing then? I'm about to tell y'all how powerful this movement is. Little bitty old us. Little bitty old us. We might think we ain't putting a dent in this in the world, but I'm telling you, keep putting in that work because it's about the Most High. Do y'all know damn near all the Christian apologists that we've been dealing with for the last few years then abandoned the KJV? Y'all want me to tell y'all why they didn't abandon the KJV? All of them grew up reading the KJV. It became a problem when they started dealing with Hebrew Israelites. So all these new Bibles start popping up. They changing words, you know, they doing this and that. They trying to mess with prophecy for one, because they see that KJV, people may have certain criticisms about it, you know, and people had arguments with the translations, the transliterations and all that. In the end of the day, it's the reason that's the most sold book on earth. That's because the Most High is dealing with that book. You see what I'm saying? Because he knew what would be the majority dominant languages of trade during our last captivity. Come on, y'all, we got to think. We can't get so book smart that we lose the spirit and don't see that that book is alive. You know what I'm saying? And it come in other languages that's just legit. So I ain't going that far, but what I'm saying is these NIVs and ESVs, which is basically they good coffee holders, you know, they good like to sit your cup on and stuff. But you know, you'll see, like Joe, I've read certain translations and I would do like comparative studies. I get like 3 different translations and sit them down, right, and go through and read them and compare them. And you'll see where you can tell some old drunk dude in his basement thought he was onto something and messed up. So I just leave it at that. That's a whole nother show because I don't want to offend nobody who their favorite book might be an NIV or whatever. You will get it in your time. But we got them cats getting rid of that KJV. This how serious it is. So in a minute, y'all know what's gonna happen. They gonna wind up all being preterists. Look up preterism. I debated a brother back some years ago. I done debated about everybody. And he a cool brother. So if you watch this, William Brown. William Brown is one of the leaders and teachers of preterism. You know, he a real cool brother. Real, you know, he got a polite spirit. But I knew that doctrine was a doctrine of devils, you know, with all due respect. And so, you know, I had to boop bop. I had to give him some, you know. I don't know if y'all ever heard our debate, but it's on my channel too. Just go on back in the woods. Just go back deep. You know, start dusting off stuff. You be like, oh, you're gonna see. I think we had a part 1 and a part 2 with me and William Bell. It was so bad. William Bell, it was really a handicap match. It was me against William Bell and another one of his students or 2 students. And I'm talking about Joe, I'm in there with 2 swords, like, man, like Leonardo, Joe, like clank, 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 you know, had him stuck. The man couldn't answer no questions. I mean, well, he could. I ain't gonna make it sound that bad, but near the end, I cut him with something so bad, Joe. You know when it cut bad, when the man wanted to go to commercial break, but he ain't even had no commercial. Like he ain't had no sponsors. So it just got quiet as hell for about like 2 minutes. It was the cut, like you can hear it, Joe. That man ain't had no answer. He talking about we gonna deal with that in the next show. Like, hold on, we got 30 minutes left, Joe. Like, but anyway, the point is we've been doing this for a long time, man. The gig is up. Shout out to the brother Donte Forston. I'm gonna be watching and supporting you. I want to see how far in you gonna go and get at it. Like I say, bro, I apologize. It was a misunderstanding. Us as Israelites, we got to know when to say, you know, we got to tuck our egos and pride to the side, because you are putting in work in Israel. And I respect any of my brothers in Israel that's putting in work about this truth. We just had a difference, you know, or whatever. I jumped the gun on my comment on Facebook. You blocked me. So I actually unblocked me. It ain't good for us to be blocking each other. And I'm definitely supporting you in this fight. And yeah, you know, so it's back on and cracking. It's the season, you know, like right now, I think this my last thing before I depart. This y'all know we got another double Sabbath for those of you who keeping the feast days on the timeline that me and my school is keeping them. Shout out to Walls of Jericho. Y'all know how we do it. You know what I mean? Shout out to a bunch of other camps I don't feel like naming right now. But the brotherhood, the sisterhood, y'all know what's up. So after this, after Saturday sundown, when the weekly Sabbath ends, it's a double Sabbath. We'll be going into the Day of Atonement, the holiest day in Israel. So I advise y'all that Sabbath to get all your liquids in.